What's up, YouTube? Today, I just want to talk about a few things. A lot of stuff going on. You may have been kind of following what's going on LSF with the whole Saudi Arabia sponsor thing and all that. You may have seen a few things on LSF, maybe a few clips. You may have seen Mizkiff talk about it. For example, you have here. There's a video Mizkiff talking about Saudi Arabia. He talks to Hassan, which is I think there should be more content like this where people who don't really know things about what's going on uh, really should take a little bit more time to try to understand. And I feel like what's going on here is obviously Miz, I don't know what his intentions are. He's kind of a goofball, so you never know like if he's actually genuinely not understanding or if he's just doing that because he's a really good content creator and he knows how to play the straw man. And honestly, Miz is kind of playing here. He's kind of playing as like kind of the and, just like this channel, Cabbage Brain Takes. We all have Cabbage Brain Takes, including Hassan. Anybody. Nobody in the world has access to 100% of the information. And I feel like so many people take people as an authority, especially if somebody has a lot of viewers or anything like that. Being financially successful doesn't mean that you have 100% of the information. It doesn't mean that you are this god among people who just understands everything. And I just want to kind of point out that a lot of this stuff that's going on, I feel like the way people are reacting to it is, it's usually the same way it's always reacted to, is people generally just kind of have a knee-jerk reaction to things. There might be people trying to cancel Asmongold, for example. Now here's a clip from Asmongold, just talking about the thing. Okay, so here we go.
So basically, the way that I make all my decisions is a very simple question. Is this beneficial to me? And if it's beneficial to me, then I do it. That's it. Everything else below that is like, I would say it's subtext, but to be honest, it's not even on the page. That's it. Now, I would do probably the Saudi Arabia thing, but there's no fucking way I'm gonna travel. That's it. Maybe that's a true in an aggregate history. It's probably not over history, but today it's probably not. I don't know. I think that America contributes a lot of negativity around the world and negative effects around the world. Would you take a sponsorship from Russia? Take a sponsor for, it depends on what it is. Like, I mean, a sponsor, like if Vladimir Putin sponsored me, I don't know, probably not. I think that'd be kind of weird, but that's about it. It's interesting take. No, it's not really. It's just, and there were people that were mad about.
Now, Asmongold, I feel like he knows exactly what he's doing. He's done this before. He tends to kind of set people off. He's kind of a superhuman power, if I want to say. He just doesn't care about backlash. I highly respect that. However, whether he truly believes these things or not, I do think he genuinely just believes the thing he says. I don't think anybody should say things with confidence if they don't truly believe what they say. Now, people will try to probably jump on Twitter and try to cancel people like Asmongold, who is generally been a pretty positive member of the community. But people will find 30-second clips and they'll take things out of context of people. And maybe the take can be wrong. People can have bad takes, but that doesn't mean that person is a bad person. Now, there's a lot about Asmon that I kind of don't really want to get into about this. I highly respect him, but I really do think that he's kind of the representative of people who they just want to go, they go to work, they come home, they just want to play games. I understand that. In fact, that's his entire job, is he plays games. And he's talked about it so many times. He kind of doesn't like the whole politics thing, and then people bring it into his chat, and honestly he could just say okay, ban anybody who chat who does politics, but no, he actually generally listens to people. However, I don't know, I don't personally know him. I don't personally know his internal thought process. Maybe he's a bad person, I don't know. I don't really care because, it's like there's truly bad people out there who are hiding behind nice words and all that kind of stuff. So at the very least, I think that, not taking the time to truly understand something before having an extremely strong opinion. While you have to, he was talking about this today actually about Ashes of Creation, how so many people will watch guides, to try to get to like the max level and whatever. And he was talking about, it's like if you're going to join a PvP or whatever, if you're going to join a guild, basically like you kind of like it's really messed up if you don't really have like the best character. He's had fights with McConnell about this. It's kind of the same idea, that people will generally just not understand the full picture. And I don't want to get into the whole video game thing. But he'll say things without fully understanding it. And so Mizkif will say, Mizkif's a little bit different, where he generally like kind of showed that like there is a process towards understanding, and it revolves a conversation. And going on Twitter and trying to cancel people just doesn't work. Not only that, it's a bad aesthetic. I honestly, like, I don't want to get into this right now, but the trans community on Twitter could probably, learn a few things about not doing cancel culture stuff. And it doesn't mean that you approve of things people say. It doesn't mean that you allow people to just go about, like hurting people. Like, we really need to do that for our country, where people need to kind of see what's going on, wake up, and kind of understand that like there is a reason why we need to fight for democracy, because democracy is being destroyed. Like just the same thing what happened with Alex Botez when she said a comment without really fully explaining it. She's not a political streamer. She's a chess streamer and a fun kind of content, more family friendly most of the time streamer. She's not a political streamer, and I really don't think anyone should be expected to have to face that kind of backlash and always have an opinion about something. But at the same time, I do think that like people just don't understand what people actually mean behind they say. And also I think people also don't understand that not everybody has a 100% of the picture. And with her, I don't want to get too dogpiley on her, but I really do think that she had a good point, because people will talk about, oh, why are you going to UAE for a sponsorship? And it's the chess. It's like, why is the Chess Federation going to UAE? And it's like, well, there's a world championship. People are trying to grow chess. There was an issue with that. Obviously, there's a lot of things you might think about that. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and also people have their careers to think about. However, people will criticize America for like doing, like the UAE or Saudi Arabia or Russia even. And people, it's pretty obvious what's happening in Russia, and people are kind of mad about that. But there's still people who just don't understand that, you criticize Russia, but the same kind of stuff is happening in this country. It's happening in a lot of countries, so-called democratic countries. Okay. But, when you have people in power who just don't, who have a specific agenda, who are pushing it, and you don't understand the whole picture, that there are bad actors out there that are literally trying to control people's bodies, control people's lives. And it's happening in our own country as well. And people will, get up to arms on Twitter talking about, oh, this person went there and did a sponsorship. Well, that I'm going to cancel them. It's like, no, like people have lives to live. People have, careers they have to think about. Now, going to places like Saudi Arabia or UAE, I feel like the context with chess, I'm not going to completely defend. I think FIDE was really wrong in this. I think there's a lot of things wrong with FIDE. And I think maybe a lot of people's hands are tied because they don't want to destroy their careers. And it's sad. But, I think, not everybody should be expected to completely destroy their careers. People shouldn't be canceled just for, not destroying their entire career. Okay. Because chess is a, kind of a obscure game as it is. People are trying to grow chess, and it's been having a kind of a recession, the past year or so after a big boom. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. There's a whole bunch of stuff, but the whole thing is that someone isn't a bad person just because sometimes they don't have like the most absolutely perfect take on something. And that's kind of the goal of this channel, is that we all have cabbage brain takes, because our brain is filled with cabbage. And there's a whole bunch of stuff out there. Some of it's not even real. Some of it is just information that someone's just completely lied about. Most of the time, It's just information that feels a certain way, but you don't really understand the full picture. Now, I don't agree with a whole bunch of stuff that a lot of streamers say, but I'm not going to try to cancel everyone because that doesn't get anyone anywhere. Because you could like, cut off ties with the entire planet, go live in a freaking island somewhere, just live your life in isolation and never have anything because of your principles, because you want to fight for your principles. But we have to live in a world with other people. And in order to actually make change, we can't just cut ourselves off and go, la, 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 you're wrong. And I like what Miz did with Hasan, where he actually had the conversation. And I think he's pointing out that, most people who live in this country, they don't even know, like, first of all, not everyone even knows, like, what all the states are. They kind of pointed that out in the video about geography. But not only that, not everybody knows the whole picture. And if you just go behind and like raise a flag and you salute the flag every day, but you literally don't know that this country is engaging in human rights violations on a daily basis, and it's been going on for like over 50 years. We had to fight for Roe v. Wade, and now Roe v. Wade was overturned, and so we have to fight to get it back. Now, canceling someone for saying something without the full picture, I think that's wrong. I also think that like maybe I'm wrong for having this opinion. Maybe I should stop giving people too much credit. But I think the alternative is to just be angry at everyone, to like be skeptical of everything, even if it's like, completely right. But just because, oh, well, this person said that before, so the things they're saying now are bad. No, sometimes people have bad takes. Sometimes people have good takes. Okay, it doesn't mean the person is bad. Now, if someone's going out of their way to spread misinformation and to create problems, that's different. That's consistent. And I like what Hasan said on his stream today, talking about consistency. Now, if you say one bad thing out of 100 bad and good things, I don't think that's a bad person. I just think that maybe they had a bad take, and I don't think they're beyond redemption. Maybe some people really want to stick to their guns. Then you start to see kind of a pattern. Like Asmin, for example, he's basically the representative of a lot of people. And I think out of many people, compared to a lot of these people, I really do think that I think he's a little bit more reasonable than most people. I think he just truly he never leaves the house and he just plays video games, but he has opinions about things. But our opinions can change because we get new information, and maybe some of us close our ears off to it. I don't think anyone should be required, and you can't force it, by the way. I don't think anyone should be required to, force themselves to have this conversation. You have to be willing to have the conversation, because if you're not willing to have the conversation, you're just going to get further cut off from the conversation, which is why Twitter canceling doesn't work, first of all. And if it did, it wouldn't be a good thing for society, because we need to sit down and actually have these conversations and understand each other, because if we do that, we'll have peace. Anyway, that's about all I have to say. So if you like what you see here, make sure to click like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so that you can get more updates when I release a video. And make sure to follow me on Twitter @Rebecca Lauren. Bye.